how about then the attitude to school subjects? That was a 0.36, which was shocking to me. It is on page 50
To the bottom.
at the
Well,
bottom.
I don't see it as a shocker because it falls into teacher effects, and I mean, if you don't bring energy into it, it's not going to be. I mean, yeah, it's 0.36, but it's right at the top of teacher effects. So
It's actually said several times.
Yes.
Right.
I think, and if you go back to Lamont, when he said, like, teach with no apologies.
Right.
Like, I might hate teaching biology, but I'm not going to sit in front of the classroom and say, I'm so sorry we have to learn this. Like, you're going to bring that enthusiasm
Negative
to the
energy.
classroom, and then you're going to, like, lose that, because that falls into the teacher effects. So you do have effect on that.
That's it.
So if you don't apologize for what you have to teach, then maybe the student will begin to enjoy it a little more. Because we've all sat in classes where the teacher stands in front of us and is like, I'm sorry, this is so boring.
Right.
I
So-
think that the attitude, what you're saying is the attitude to school subjects, some of it trickles down from the teacher,
Exactly.
the teacher onto
Right,
their
yeah.
students, and that
Right.
goes back to the anxiety too. If a teacher's anxious and they're constantly worried, then that's going to trickle down. So I think what we're seeing is that a lot of these things that students are bringing into the mix
it's teacher related.
is kind of also teacher related.
And on page 51, at the very top, the last paragraph before physical attributes, it's talking about developing attitudes towards school subjects, and it's saying that it's also a correlate of achievement. So that takes it also back to where we were talking about the prior achievement. And so basically, the better that the kid did on the prerequisite skills, the better they're going to be able to master the new skills. And then the more they master that skill, the better their attitude is going to be towards that subject.
Yeah, I think we found that they're all related. We can all like relate all of these in some way to achievement, and especially just on attitude, what we're talking about right now. That goes back to the motivation. If you're motivated, you're going to have a better attitude about what you're studying. And on page 48, I really like this part on the first paragraph there. It says there's much value anticipating when student motivation is the highest, and students' motivation is highest when they're competent.
Right.
So that just goes back to academically setting them up for success, which is going to increase motivation and attitude about learning.